Hey guys, Kaz here, and today it is the first Monday of the month, so that means Media Monday. So this is a video I started doing a few months ago where every first Monday of the month I talk about stuff that's not books. Whether it be like watching stuff like TV and shows and films and that, but also other things like concerts, escape rooms, going places, doing things and stuff. So yeah. Last month it was very watch heavy. I went through a lot of things that I watched, but this month I've kept on a little bit of a lower end. Certain things I have been watching, but it's like Drag Race, for example. I don't need to go into this properly every month because I will be watching it because it's just never ending. So yeah, don't feel like I need to like make that a spotlight this month. But anyway, first of all, I watched one film, which is good because one of my like goals of the year is to watch at least one film a month, specifically because in my journal I have a film spread, and the past 2 years, a few times both of those years, I've had to just put a random TV show in the film one because I just don't watch films. So yeah, make it a priority to watch at least one film. So the film I watched in February was The Lost City. This is a comedy. It stars Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum and some other people, but mostly them two, and it was really fun. It was a really fun film. So basically it's about Sandra Bullock, who is an author, and she writes these like romance novels, and Channing Tatum is the model that's on the front cover, so like everyone's in love with him. And then hijinks ensue. She gets captured. There's like this ancient stuff going on that people think she knows because she talks about it in her books, and it was a fun time. I really enjoyed it, so I'm glad I watched that one. It was one of those films that's just silly and fun and a good time, so yeah. I also watched one comedy special, so I watched Jack Whitehall's most recent one, which is called Settle Down. This was just a random pick. I was sat with my mum, we were just like, there was nothing on. I just flicked through. First of all, we was looking at just stupid names of things on Netflix, like for example, there's something called Chicken Nugget that I noticed. And it's a girl that changes into a chicken nugget. I've not seen it, but apparently it's available now because it's always popping up. But yeah, I saw it. I thought I quite like Jack Whitehall, so I just pressed go. And I'm glad I did because, again, it was a fun time. He's not one of my favourite comedians, but he is very enjoyable. Just something that you can just watch easily. And he had some fun things to say because he's a comedian. So hopefully that is the thing that he does. And he did. So yeah, a win. I ended up doing one escape room in February, which we need to, come on Kay, we need to do more because in my journal I've put at least 15 escape rooms in the year and we've only done 3 so far, so you know what I mean. We need to speed it up. But yes, me and my sister went to Tension's Twisted Realities, which is an escape room in Lincoln, and we did Lancaster. This is based on the Lancaster bomber, which is an aeroplane, but it's not actually based on the aeroplane, it's based on like a model of the aeroplane being stolen, and then you have to do all the escaping stuff to find the model and bring it back. And yeah, it was a fun time. This escape room is one that's just really fun and easy to go to. It's not the hardest rooms in the world. We always have a fun time. We always finish with quite a bit of time to spare, but it's always a good time. And we always chat for ages afterwards with the owners because it's just, we're always there, so they know us. But yeah, this was fun. There was some different things that we haven't really seen before, which is always a bonus. So yes, had a fun time. We've only got 2 more to do there now, but we were talking to the owner and they are making some other rooms. They're changing some of the rooms about. So yes, I'm sure like in a year after we've done the other 2, there'll be more things to do so we can go back and do more again. But yes, a good time and we need to do more. Also, one day I just randomly went to, I think it's called the Nottingham Museum of Curiosities. I'll put something here. I just went on my own because I had a day off and I was like, you know what? I've had a bunch of days off. I was using up the last of my holidays, so I just a bunch of random days off. And I was just sat about doing nothing. So I was like, right, I'm doing something. This looks fun. And it was. So this is quite a small museum in Nottingham. And it's a bunch of different curiosity stuff. So for example, there's like animals, either bones or mummified, things like that, with like 2 heads, you know, in the born with 2 heads curiosities. There's also film prop stuff. So there's a whole room that just looks like The Exorcist, but then there was like a plaque there saying, oh, the bed in this room was used with an actual exorcism of this 50-year-old woman. So it's like merging two things. There was also a room full of dolls, which is like them dolls that are on that island. I can't remember where, but there was an island full of creepy dolls, and they're from there. And there's also like stuff in jars, curiosity stuff in jars, bones, things, stuff. There was a whole heap of things to look at. And also, because it's in Nottingham, part of it was in the caves. So under Nottingham there's loads of caves, and then in the museum you go down some stairs and you're like in a little bit of the cave bit. So yeah, it was a fun time. I just went there on a whim one day and did all the stuff. I also bought something for my own curiosity cabinet. I got him, little mouse. So yeah, we're gonna head on over to a message from one of the Spawnies now, and then I'll be back with some stuff. Got a new blanket and they are all obsessed. Oh, look at him. Hi. You like that? So next of all, I want to talk about two gigs that I photographed in February. First up was Enter Shikari on the 10th of February. This was at the Motorpoint Arena in Nottingham. Fun fact, it was the first time I actually ever photographed in the arena. I've looked at it before, but I didn't know whether it would be like good or not. So for example, in a lot of the big arenas around a lot of places, when you're photographing them, they fully kick you out of the arena after the first 3 songs, because you photograph the first 3 songs of the bands and then that's how it works. And in a lot of the big ones, they like fully kick you out, like outside, get out of the venue, we'll let you in when the next band plays, which doesn't work for me because I also have to review the bands and I'm like, I can't see what's going on. So I specifically have never gone to the arena for that, but some of my photography friends were like, nah, it's cool, it's chill, they'd let you stay in there. Good. So yes, I went there with a few of my friends as well that were just going to the gig anyway, and it was so good. Enter Shikari is so good. It's like, I forgot that Enter Shikari was so good, and now I've remembered and I've been listening to them loads. So first of all, first support was No Offence, who you may or may not know is a YouTuber. So he started as a YouTuber and then started doing his music, and then he's supporting Enter Shikari, so like fair play. So yeah, he was first. There's like this pop punky sort of teen, I don't think he is a teen anymore, but you know, like that sort of music that like goes towards them. Don't think it fit personally with the vibe of the people there. A lot of Enter Shikari fans are older because they've been going for like 20 years, so it wasn't really necessarily the right scene, but fair play to him, good times. The second support was Fever 333, who were really good. They have Jason Allen Butler as the front man, who was in Let Live. So I didn't know any of this going in. I didn't know who the support band was. I'd never heard of them before. And then one of my friends was like, oh yeah, it's Jason Allen Butler's band. And I was like, okay, this is going to be good. And it was really good. Very political, very like Black Lives Matter, because all of the band members are black. So a lot of the songs are about like that, which is good. Also, Noah is trans, and Enter Shikari, a very political band, so it was like really good that there was meshing these things together. Like, people deserve to have rights and stuff. Here's all the people that we're letting on our shows. It was just a good time. And then Enter Shikari, they're so good. I forgot somehow. But yeah, they played a massive set. It was like an hour and 45 minutes. It was so good. The visuals, there was loads of light shows, stuff going on. Like every single song had different stuff going on in the backgrounds. At one point, Ro was like running around the whole of the arena trying to get to everyone. It didn't work. He had to just finish the song and then just get back to the stage afterwards. But it was just so good. They're so good live. Yeah. And then the second gig I did was on the 23rd of Feb, I believe. And this one was at Rescue Rooms. It was a band called Novelists. Personally, I'd never actually listened to them before, but I like photographing gigs. I saw the name, I did a little Google list, and I was like, they seem cool, let's go. So yeah, this was a really good time as well. It was obviously a lot smaller gig. There were 4 bands on. I missed the first band, Ashen. Literally as I got there, I heard them saying, this is our last song. I was like, oh, okay, the doors opened really early. The first band was on really early. The second band were called Elwood Stray. They were from Germany, I believe. They were really good, really enjoyed them. They were, again, I'd never heard of them before, but they were really good, really enjoyed them. We'll definitely like listen to them a bit now. I will check them out. The last support was from The Word Alive, who were a band that I have seen before, I have heard of. I photographed them twice, I think. So that was another reason why I thought, you know what, why not go to this gig? Because I already knew that that band was good, so the other bands were probably going to be good. And they were. It was a really good time. I almost got decapitated by a cymbal though, so that bit was not the best. Basically, there was some cymbals there, they got knocked, they went into my throat, nearly died, but it's fine, we're all here. And then, yeah, the last band were Novelists, and again, they were really good. The lighting was good, which for rescue rooms is an anomaly. I don't know why. They can have really good lighting in there, but for some reason 90% of the time they're like, let's make it shit, for no reason. But this was not one of them times, so very happy about that. And yeah, another bonus for it being such an early gig. Yes, I accidentally missed the first band, but also it meant I got to come home early because I did have to be up at 5:30 the next day for work. So yes, always love an early gig. And there we go. Those were all the things that I'm going to talk about in this video. Had a lot of fun in February. I just want to do more things. That's why I went to the museum thing on my own. I made sure we got an escape room in. You know, I just want to make sure my months have got things going on in them. Well, we also played D&D for the first time since forever ago, which is always a bonus. It's got hard since my sister swapped her jobs around, so like the times off that people have just don't really line up very well. So yeah, so we managed to make it work. We got halfway through a bit of a storyline, so we definitely need to get back to that at some point soon so we don't forget. Like, one of our members has just fallen down a well, they're very wet, they're also one of them cat dudes, so he's not happy about it. And yeah, it was always amazing to play D&D, I love it. So yeah, talking about D&D, also watching Critical Role obviously, but that's something that's like, goes on forever because they go on forever. So not really something I need to say, this month I did this because it's every month. But yeah, let me know down below any fun things that you did or saw or participated in February. Let me know down below. Do all the things if you want. Subscribe if you want. Like if you want. Comment if you want. But only if you want. And yes, I will see you in a few days with either my wrap up or my haul. I don't know which one yet. One of them two. I'll be with you in a few days. Bye.